Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. This is your girl, Londa A., also known as Queen L the Writer. Oh my God, why do I keep saying Queen L the Writer? I really think that maybe God is trying to tell me that I should log on into my Wattpad account and write some stuff for all of my people on Wattpad. But once again, this is your girl Londa A., also known as Gorgeous Mind Londa, and I am coming to you all on another Thursday for your Facing the Sun message. Once again, I want to apologize about my voice. It still has not come back because this past weekend I was screaming and hollering and cheering for my son and his football team, and in the process I lost my voice, and I am still trying to reclaim it. But I don't think that is going to be possible because this rain and this weather has been so ugly. And on top of that, I talk 24/7 at my job. And on top of that, again, my son has another 3-day tournament going on, so I may be doing some more screaming. It's so funny because each and every time I open my voice, I don't expect to sound this way. I'm thinking that I'm going to, have my voice back, but it never ever happens. So I will be dedicating myself to drinking more warm fluids, and hopefully I can get my hands on some honey so I can clear all of this stuff out and get my nice and beautiful voice back for you guys. But anyway, today's message, the topic is called Filling Voids. Fill the void. Alright, so how I came up with this topic is because, lately, I have been really, thinking about, my singleness and me being single. And through that process, sometimes I think about wanting to fill that void. And those thoughts are very, very, thoughts that are not good. Thoughts that will definitely get me in some deep trouble. Thoughts that will, get me in a relationship with someone who is not good for me, or just in a relationship that's I'm not ready for, period. And so, that thought has been going on for so, long. Well, not that long. Maybe like a few weeks or so. And so, I've been really thinking on it and just, praying, to remove this feeling, because I know how much I desire to be in a relationship, and not just only a relationship, but a healthy relationship. And sometimes, I literally want to be held or comforted by a male. You know what I mean? So that's where that topic came from. And I just wanted to, share this with you guys, that a void is an empty space. A void is an empty space. What have you filled your empty space with? What have you filled your empty space with? And so for me, that void in my heart, as far as, wanting to be in a relationship, sometimes I fill that up with, going to sleep early, or just trying to take my mind off of the situation, or maybe, eating and just, or maybe crowding my thoughts with thoughts of being with an actual being with a companion. And so that's how I feel my voice sometimes. That's how I feel my voice sometimes. And so my question to you all, as far as what you fill your voice up with, do you think that the things that you fill your voids with keep you rejuvenated, or do they drain the life out of you? Now for me, some of those things, can keep me a little rejuvenated, as far as maybe going to bed early so I can take my mind off wanting to be in a relationship. But then there are those other things, like maybe overeating, or thinking about a person that I wish to see myself with. Those things are negative. They keep me drained. They keep me in a place which is the dream-like state. And it keeps me from actually going out and pursuing my goals because I'm stuck here thinking and wondering, when will this so-called man come around that will fill this void that I have in my heart? And then on top of that, I'm eating like crazy and I probably will end up gaining a pound or two. You know what I mean? So those are the things that I'm filling my voids with that are not healthy and that are dragging me down. And so, there is nothing wrong with filling a void when you fill it up with all of the good things. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with filling a void if you fill it up with good things. And what I mean by that, instead of me overeating or instead of me thinking about or focusing my attention on being in a relationship with someone, I can put all of that focus into other things. You know what I mean? Like maybe sitting down and actually appreciating all of the things that I have in my life right now, or actually appreciating the fact that God has not allowed me to be in relation with the wrong person because I want to fill this void up so bad. You know what I mean? So that is that is how I can fill it up, and there's nothing wrong with that because I'm filling myself up with good things. So think about it this way. When you bite into a cream-filled donut, and we all love donuts. I don't know about y'all, but I do. And if I was close to a Krispy Kreme, I would definitely probably swerve up in that, parking area so quick when that highlight is on that is, everybody gonna think I'm just real greedy. But anyway, everybody, we all love donuts. And, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of cream-filled donuts, but I know people that are, and I have ate a donut that is filled up with cream. And so, it's tasty. Cream-filled donuts are very, very tasty, and because, it's tasty because the baker actually, whoever is the person that, baked the donut, probably actually took their time to make sure that whatever filling they filled those donuts up with tasted good enough to be bought by people that actually desire those cream-filled donuts. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to a cream-filled donut, the person who actually came up with the flavor that will go inside of the donut probably took their time with making sure that the ingredients was right. So the cream will taste good enough for a person to actually desire to want to buy that donut. Now, I know this might sound a little weird, but imagine if you were a donut that was filled up with filling. Imagine if you were a donut filled up with filling. Now, if you look at your life and all of the things that you have let in your space, letting your mind, letting your body, letting your heart, etc. All of those things, if you look at all of that, that's in your life, based off all of those things in your life, what would someone taste if they were to bite you? What would someone taste if they were to bite you right now, based on all of the things that you got going on in your life, the people that you let in your space, that's in your heart, that's in your mind? What is it that something would, somebody would taste? So I'll start with mine. If someone was to bite into me right now, they would probably taste my desire to want to be a better person, my desire to want to prosper. But then they will also taste the days that I'm procrastinating. They will taste my serious, long, and yawning to want to be in a relationship. They will taste that. They will taste some of my unforgiveness. They will taste some of my anger. They will taste some of that. And so what I'm saying is, you gotta fill yourself up with things that are good. So whoever bites into you, whatever bites into you, is left satisfied. You know, you want to fill yourself up. Fill it up with good things. So whatever you touch, it is good as well. So being that I am longing to be in a relationship right now, I don't think that I am in a place to really, really, really set myself up for that. It's because I haven't completely filled myself up. And I'm not saying everybody will be perfect, but I know that I haven't filled myself up with, good things. So whoever it is that is my companion, if that person was to bite into me, they probably wouldn't be completely satisfied because I am not a satisfying donut per se. So if you want to fill that void in your life, fill it up with good things. And I know I'm repeating this over and over because I'm trying to go somewhere with this. And I'm just really like freestyling a lot of this stuff to you guys. But take some time. Take some time, because if you don't fill yourself up with good things, you will fill yourself up with things that will keep you down and keep you going back in circles and repeating the cycle. You know what I'm saying? And so I know that it's hard. I know that it's hard when you really, really want to be in a relationship. I know that it's hard when you really, really want to be at a certain place in life. I know that all of those things are hard, but don't allow that hole that is in your heart be a place that is so painful that you're quick to grab the first thing that you see so you can plug that hole up. It's contaminating. It's contaminating, and it will leave you undesirable by other people, or undesirable to yourself. It will deplete you. It will deplete you, and your value will go so down, like all the way down. If a donut is not warm, you don't want that donut. The value goes down. The value goes down. Okay? So if you're going to fill yourself up, fill it up with things that don't contaminate you. You know what I mean? And I'm saying this to myself because, just like I said, I am in a place to where, like, I really, really, I long to be in a relationship. But because that hole in my heart, or that void, it was hurting so bad. I was in a point to where, like, I didn't care who I was with. I didn't care who I was with or who I was giving my time and energy to. It got to a point to where, like, I was getting approached by, a lot of guys at one point of time. But it turns out that all of them all had girlfriends or fiancés or wives, whatever the case may be. And that void in my heart wanted something so bad that sometimes I would just imagine myself being with any one of them, despite the fact that they had a girlfriend, despite the fact that they had a fiance, despite this and despite this, that, and the third, So I really, really had to take a stand back and just focus on that void in my heart and just ask God to redirect my vision, so I will not allow this hole to be so painful that I am okay to plug it up with things that will contaminate me. So that was all I wanted to say tonight, and I hope I was able to reach out to you guys and spread a positive message, and I hope everything made sense. Forgive me if it didn't, and if you got any questions, hit me in my DM at mymind_is_gorgeous_. All right, have a beautiful night.